Welcome back to Morning Coffee here on the Radio Vision Network. I am Mark Cook, but of course you already knew that. And listen, it's the holidays, right? And unfortunately around the holidays, we need to think about something that you don't normally think about, and that's why there are so many issues, and that's your safety. And more specifically, fire safety, okay? Because look, we all know that, that saying, stop, drop, and roll, and close the door, and all this stuff. It's fire safety, and listen, I needed to talk to an expert. He is the director of the UL Firefighter Safety Research Institute. His name is Steve Kerber, and he joins me on the line right now. Good morning, Steve, and welcome to Morning Coffee.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Our pleasure. So, listen, I've been hearing all of these different kind of theories and kind of actions people should take to protect themselves and be a little bit more mindful of fire safety. I've heard this rumor that people should be closing their bedroom doors at night. Is this true?
Absolutely. We've been researching this topic for more than 10 years and understanding how fire grows and spreads in houses. And we're finding that the time you have to get out of your home, maybe 40 years ago when we had natural materials like cotton sofas in our house, you might have had 17 minutes or more. Today that time is 3 minutes or less. So you got to be prepared.
So tell me, what's the theory there with keeping the bedroom door closed? Does that keep the fire contained if it's maybe outside of your bedroom?
It's providing you time to act.
Okay.
Instead of having that smoke right on top of you as that smoke alarm goes off and you're already in an environment that's not safe and you need to make a quick decision, this really separates you from the problem. It keeps that heat and smoke away from you. It allows you to make that decision of, can I get out of my house? And if you can, you absolutely should. Or if you can't, that barrier between you, the smoke, and the heat of the fire is going to potentially save your life.
What do you think the biggest issue is? Is it that people panic? Is that the biggest problem in a situation like that?
The research shows that people don't necessarily panic. Part of the problem is that people aren't always prepared because people don't think fire is going to happen to them. So especially with these new modern floor plans and things like that where the houses are wide open, you can get cut off from your way out of your house very quickly after that fire starts.
So you talk about when the fire does start. What is the first thing I should do once I recognize that there is a fire in the home?
The first thing you should do is, if it's safe to do so and you know your way out and you can get out, you have a clear path to that way out, get out of your house. And as you get out, this is where the close your door message has a second piece to it. Close that door on the way out of your house. That will cut off that oxygen supply to that fire, which will keep it small, which will save a lot more of your stuff.
Yeah, that's.
And then once you get out of that house, stay out. Don't go back in for belongings. There's a lot of horrible stories of people going back in to get stuff that can be replaced, and they ultimately don't make it out. And you got to call 911. Get that fire department rolling to you to make the problem go away.
Yeah, and I think that probably there are a lot of parents that were thinking, well, wait a second, I'm not closing my kid's bedroom door. I need to hear if there's a problem or if there's an issue. What would you tell to a parent that gives you that sort of objection?
Sure, I would say that there's a good chance that with as fast as fires are, that you might not be able to get to them to get them out of the house. And if you can't get to them, the next best thing is to have that closed door between them and the fire. That's that barrier to buy them that time, so you can put that safety barrier in place ahead of time and know that your children have longer to survive in that situation. And if you need ears and eyes in that room, there's some unbelievable baby monitor technology out there. You can see everything that's going on in that room. And if the kids really can't handle having the door closed, they want that open to go to sleep, well, leave it cracked, let them fall asleep, and before you go to sleep, just pull it closed.
Yeah, that's really good advice, and I think that people should be a little bit more mindful of that because we're getting smarter about fire prevention and safety and all of this stuff. But look, daylight savings happened over here on the East Coast not too long ago, and we know that's a time where we're supposed to kind of change our smoke detector batteries, but not everybody does. And we know that your smoke detector and your safety tips, they kind of work hand in hand. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we know smoke alarms save lives, and if you've got them in place, your chances of surviving a fire go up tremendously. But you got to have them put in the right places. You want them inside every bedroom. You want them outside of every sleeping area. You want them on every level of your house, and if possible, if you're putting the new ones in, you want them interconnected. So if one goes off, let's say the fire's on the complete opposite side of your house or 2 levels below in the basement, once that alarm goes off, all of the alarms in the house will go off, letting you know that you got to get out. And then a new message this year that's really being pushed is that smoke alarms need to be replaced every 10 years. So check those dates on the back of those smoke alarms, and if it's more than 10 years old, get there and replace it with a UL listed smoke alarm.
Yeah, and if you haven't changed the battery in your smoke alarm, go do that right now while you're thinking about it. This way it'll be done, and it'll be in working order. Now, I'm talking to Steve Kerber, who's the director of the UL Firefighter Safety Research Institute. Now, I know that you guys over there, you created a song and a video to try to make it easier for people to understand this stuff. Tell me a little bit about that. Why did you guys do that?
Sure. Well, we created a Close Your Door campaign, and we've been doing research over the past 10 years, and it keeps directing itself towards this is an important message we need to get out to the public. It's very straightforward. It's a preventative action which can provide that critical help in delaying the fire spread. And older fire safety messaging can be pretty formal, so we want to take a different approach. We wanted a contemporary, memorable song with a music video and a website that's very interactive that'll teach and encourage that next generation of people that have not been brought up on Stop, Drop, and Roll. We want to make Close Your Door that modern version of Stop, Drop, and Roll so you remember it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, that's a great approach, and I think it's really great that you guys did this. Now, I think the next step is everybody needs to hear the song, see the video. So, how do I do that?
Well, we need to get everybody going to closeyourdoor.org. Listen to the song. Hopefully it gets stuck in your head as you sit down with your family over Thanksgiving. Pop that song up and see how many people are singing it all night long because it's stuck in their head. Take the pledge, then join the Close Your Door crew and learn more about fire safety. There's a lot of good messaging there, put together in a way that's very easy to digest. It's not overwhelming. It's all one-page stuff. And really, closing your door sounds like a little thing, but it could save your life in a fire. Yeah,
it's huge. It's closeyourdoor.org. Make sure you go check that site out. Steve Kerber, the director of the UL Firefighter Safety Research Institute, thank you for spending a few minutes with me this morning on Morning Coffee.
Appreciate the time. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I got to take a quick break here on Morning Coffee, but don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back here on the Radio Vision Network.
Bedroom door at night, just in case the house ignites. It helps to slow up fire speed and buys the minutes that you need. If you can get out, you gotta get out. Shut your door on the way out. It makes the fires grow real tough, and that could save your favorite stuff. If no exit's clear to you, well then move on to your plan 2. Shut a door if you get stuck, to buy more time for fire trucks. Close your bedroom door at night, just in case the house ignites. It helps to slow up fire speed and buys the minutes that you need. So check those smoke alarms real good. Have an escape plan as you should. Just don't forget what you can do to keep those flames away from you. Close your bedroom door at night, just in case the house ignites. Close your bedroom door at night. Close your bedroom door at night.
Go to closeyourdoor.org to learn more about fire safety.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been.